I'm going to do a makeup tutorial on this look that I'm wearing today. It's a nice bronzy eyeshadow look with luminous skin, bronzy glowy skin. So if you want to see how I got this look, then stay tuned. First I'm going to prime my skin, and today I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. I like to prime my skin before I apply foundation so that your foundation's got something to stick to. I also do my eye makeup first. I always do. It's how I was taught, and I always find that it just makes a really nice clean line so that you don't have any eyeshadow falling down to the tops of your cheeks or anything like that. Yeah, and it gives plenty of time for your primer to sink in and get on your face. Okay, so first things first, we're going to prime our eyes as well. So priming our eyes just helps your eyeshadow to stay longer, it doesn't crease. And today I'm going to use the NYX eyeshadow base, and this is in Skintone. I'm just going to apply that all over my eye. And today, because I'm going to be doing a bronzy look, I'm going to amp the look up a bit more, and I'm going to use a Covergirl Bombshell Shineshadow just underneath the eyeshadows, and this is in 325 Copper Fling. So just using the teeniest little amount of that, and I'm just going to put it over the actual mobile lid of my eye. Don't have to worry about being too precise about this because we're going to be putting eyeshadows over the top. And for the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use today, I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So this is the original one. You can actually buy this online from Mecca, or if you're in Sydney, you can go into Sephora. But where we are, there's no Mecca nearby. So we're going to start off, and I'm going to actually just apply a cream coloured shadow, so that's this one here. Start here at the top and just put a nice cream coloured shadow all over the top part of our lid. It's going to help blend out any crease colours and stuff like that. And this one's called Milk Chocolate. Oh yeah, by the way, this palette smells like chocolate. I'm going to zoom you in a bit so you can see what's happening on my eyes as well. Take a Sigma E40. And just place that all over the top part of our eye. And now we're going to go in with a transition colour. So this is going to be the colour that blends out the shadow on our lid and then the shadow up to the brow bone for this. And the colours that I'm going to use, I'll be dipping back and forth in between them, is Milk Chocolate and Salted Caramel. They sound so nice too, hey? So just dipping into both of those, and we're just going to run it through our crease line. Place the colour down and then just blend out. We're going to be using windshield wiper motions, just backwards and forwards. And we're just going to then take that first brush that we used with that milk chocolate, nothing extra on the brush, and just blend out that top sort of line as well. So the idea behind smoky eye is blend, blend, blend. And if you think you haven't blended enough, blend some more. To create a nice sort of smoky, bronzy look on the lid, we're just going to go in with a nice flat shader brush, and we're going to be using a Sigma E55 for this. And I'm going to pick up another mixture of two different colours, and I'm going to be picking up hazelnut here, and then also hot chocolate here. And just pat it, don't want to be swiping it, just patting it on the lid, all the way across. Nice and shimmery. Don't want to take that shimmer up into the crease. Keep it on that mobile lid. With that blending brush that we did with the crease colours, just take a touch more of that product just to blend out any harsh lines. Just run it backwards and forwards in that crease area. Put a little bit of eyeliner on now, just so that we can start blending out a little bit more and blend with the eyeliner and some shadow. So I'm going to be using two different eyeliners. The first one is the L'Oreal Colour Riche. It's a black one, and the other one is the Rimmel Soft Kohl Kajal eyeliner in Sable. So Sable is the one I'm going to be putting on my lower waterline, and then the black one is what I'm going to put on the tight line. And then the Sable one, I'm also going to run along the lash line, lower lash line, so that there's no sort of gaps in between. Smudge it right into those lashes. And come about half to 2/3 of the way across. Again, you don't have to be neat about this because we're going to be using some shadows to smudge it all out. Tools brush. It's called a flat eyeliner brush. I'm going to pick up those same two bronzy shadows that we used on the lid and just smudge along that bottom. Don't worry if there's a bit of a harsh line as you're smudging, because we'll go back in with the blendy brush and blend that out. You want to make sure you're joining this up to that top lash line area so that there's no sort of gap between your top and your bottom. And then just use those products and just sort of work it into the top outer lash line, just to get some sort of bit of smokiness into that sort of outer corner. And then just go back in with that blending brush that we used, those transition colours in the crease. Just a touch of that and just work it along those lines, just to blend that all out. I'm going to go back in with that flat eyeliner brush, just give it a bit of a wipe off so you've got all those bronzy colours off. And we're going to go in with this nice sort of gold colour here, which is called Creme Brulee. So that's this nice gold colour here. And we're going to just work it along the inner part of that lower lash line and just blend those two colours together. Just bring it into that tear duct area. And then just bring it up and around. See that? Because I've got a little bit of light in that inner corner. And then what I like to do is then just grab my first brush that I had that white chocolate colour on, just touch of that in there, and then just blend it along that sort of top part where you've got product in that crease area, just to make sure everything's all really nice and blended out. And for eyeliner today, I'm going to use the Revlon Colorstay Skinny. I love this, and it's in the colour Mahogany Flame. So I'm actually going to go off camera and put this on, because I need to get so nice and close up. So I'll be back with you in a sec. Eyeliner's on. I just did a really nice thin line across the top. It's not too noticeable, but it's got that nice sort of bronzy, sort of shimmery look, so when you turn, it does catch the light a little bit. And I just put a really nice thin little wing out there on the edge as well. Okay, so now that's all done and our face is ready for feeling better for primer. I'm just going to pop on some mascara, and today I'm going to use the L'Oreal Butterfly Effects Fibre Lash. Nice couple of coats. Get right in at the bottom part of your lash and wiggle it up. I really like this mascara, but I have to say that the formula is super wet, and if you've got long lashes, you do tend, and if you look up too quickly after putting it on, yep, smudge time, right? So you just have to be really careful of that. I've had this mascara for probably more than 3 months. It's probably a bit naughty, but I've been waiting and waiting for it to dry out just a touch, because I reckon it'll be much better when it's dried out just a little bit. Yep, still hasn't dried out, and there's still heaps and heaps of product in there. So I'm the only one using it on myself, so I figure it's okay to keep using it even though it's over 3 months old. Today I'm going to be using the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. This is really, really liquidy. You need to shake it like no other. Love this product though. It's so nice. NARS, thanks for putting a pump on it. With the other ones like Sheer Glow and Sheer Matte, you still need to buy a pump for it. And I'm just going to use my beauty blender as well. So I've done maybe 2.5 pumps just on the back of my hand. The pumps are not very big, so just pop a few little dots over my face. I don't use all of it up. As you can see, I'll probably only use maybe half of that amount just to pop on to start off with. And we'll start working that into our skin. Sorry if you can hear that dog barking next door. I knew this was going to happen. At the minute I started filming, dog next door was going to start barking. Not my dog. My dog's good. He knows I'm filming. So just make sure that you work it right into the hairline. You don't want to have any sort of line come right down underneath your chin. I like to bring it down underneath my chin and then just start working it down bit by bit, because nothing worse than looking like a cake face with lines so that people can see that you've got foundation on. So just a touch more where I would like a little bit extra coverage, which really is just through this front part of my face. I like it to sort of blend out towards the outer part, because most of the time you don't need as much coverage on the outer parts of your face. So start in the middle and work outwards. This foundation is only just new, and you can buy it from Mecca and Sephora, and it is so nice. I'm really, really enjoying it. The only thing I'm not enjoying is the fact that I bought a colour that's probably my summer colour, so look who's going to be buying some more in my winter colour. Hello Mecca. Okay, so that's all nicely working. Now I don't tend to like to take my foundation right up to underneath my eyes, because that's really your concealer. If you're putting foundation on right up there and then you're adding concealer, that's 2 layers of product that's going to crease, and you know, concealer always ends up creasing at some point, and if you've got 2 layers of product there, it's going to look even more creasier and cakier. So for concealer today, I'm going to use the Rimmel Match Perfection 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter, and I've got it in Ivory. Now this is a whole lot lighter than what my skin tone is, but I want this nice highlighted glowy look to my skin today. So just going to pop a little bit right up, come right up into this sort of inner corner, because that's usually where you get the darkest, and bring it back out. Sort of like that triangle effect. I like to feather it a little bit. Same on this side. And then we want to highlight through the middle of our face, because we want to even it all out. So a couple of little bits down the middle of the nose, around your nose, laugh lines, and then just through here. And today I'm going to actually blend out, not with my beauty blender, I'm going to use a Model's Prefer brush, and this is the Airbrush Concealer brush. It's really, really nice to blend out concealer. So just sort of work it into the skin. I usually like to leave the under eye concealer until the last bit. I like it to sort of sit there and warm up to my skin, because that's usually where you need the most amount of coverage with concealer, under your eyes. Unless you've got blemishes, and if that's the case, you probably don't want to be using a highlighting concealer, because you don't want to be drawing attention to those areas. So I usually work from the bottom part and then up and you want to sort of work against the grain as well as towards the grain under your eyes. Right up into that inner corner and blend it out. And then once I've done that with my brush, I then just go in with my beauty blender that's wet and just go over any of the edges there. Now sometimes you'll find when you use concealer under your eyes when you've done your eye makeup first, you'll find that line, you've got a really quite dark edge to your under eye liner or shadow. So I usually just go back in with a blendy brush and just sort of go over that lower edge so that it's all nice and sort of blended out and not one harsh line. Alright, now we've done that concealer, we need to set it now. So today I'm going to use the Australis ACONTOUR one, and I'm just going to use this banana shade sort of in the middle here. This is really quite pigmented, so you only need the tiniest tap, and you need to knock off as much of the product as you possibly can, because the last thing you want is cakey under eye areas. Okay, so now that that's set, I'm going to go in with a little bit of cream contouring, just a tiny bit, just for that nice sort of glowy look. And I tend to like to use cream contouring when we're going for a luminous look. And I'm just using a foundation stick. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation white stick, and this is in the colour Toffee Caramel, so it's quite dark. So I'm just going to do a tiny little bit, just along the contours of my face. Don't bring it in too far, and around the hairline. Now if you've got quite a large forehead, you can bring that in a little bit, and just under my lip, just to give a little bit of a pouty look. And I am going to use just an e.l.f. small stipple brush just to blend that out. And when you do your contour on the sides, you want to blend upwards, not downwards. You don't want to drag your face down. And blend it right up into your hairline so that, again, there's no look like you've got, your face is separate to your hair. You want to blend it right up in there. And then anything excess that I've left on the brush, I just like to bring it down onto the neck and along my jawline. Okay, so now I'm just going to set my face. So this powder, this is just a Maybelline one, it's in the colour Light. So I've just got a tiny bit on the brush, knocked off the excess, and I'm just going sort of above and below where those contours are. And just sort of through the middle part of my face. I don't want to put on too much powder because I don't really want too matte a look today either. So then I'm just going to set those areas that I used the cream contour, because you want to set them with some powder. I'm just going to use the Hoola bronzer today, and I'm using a Sigma small duo fire brush. So just a little bit of product on there, and just nice light touch. And just around the hairline. And I like to bring a little bit across my nose. Highlighting to the face now, and I'm going to use this little Lorac Perfectly Lit mini. It's in the colour Spotlight. And brush I'm going to use. I'm just going to use that same setting brush that I used for under the eye area. So just a little bit on, and along the tops of my cheeks. So I like to do my contour and then my highlight, and then sandwich the blush in between. And just putting a little bit over, not going into any more product, just a little bit extra, just the leftover through those middle parts of my face. And for blush today, I'm going to use my MAC Mineralize blush in Warm Soul. This is beautiful. A little bit of product, and nice gentle motions. We don't want to do a sweeping motion like this. We want to do a nice rounded motion, because I don't like a line of blush. Nobody likes that. And then I just go back into my powder brush that I've used. It's got no more product on it, and I just work it around the outside just so that there's no harsh lines. Okay, so now we're going to put some eyebrows on. I'm just going to go off camera and do that, and then I'll be back. They're on, and today I just used the Benefit Brows A Go-Go. I used a mixture of the two powder products in there, and I also set my brows with the Maybelline Brow Drama in dark brown. And now we just got our lips to do. So today I'm just going to line my lips, and I'm going to use the Australis lip pencil in Missbehave, nice natural colour. So I like to do the bottom part of my lip first, and I do like to just slightly overdraw it on the bottom. And then I come in and do the Cupid's bow. And then when you come into the outside of the top part of your lips, you want to go from the corner upwards. You don't want to bring it down. If you're bringing it down, you're dragging your lip down. Whereas if you're going upwards, you're making it look a little bit more plumper. Now my lip pencil today is a little bit lighter than what my lipstick colour is. So I'm actually going to fill in my whole lips with this so that there's no obvious line. That I'm going to use today is an Australis Colour Inject Moisturising Mineral Lipstick, and it's in the colour Sambar. I'm not going to worry about a lip gloss today because that product is already really nice and moisturising as it is. And then to set everything in place so it doesn't look all cakey and it just lasts a bit longer, I'm going to use the Australis Makeup Finishing Split. And that's the final look. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial,